Welcome to White Regis TV film review and preview. I'm Andrew Wright. This weekend, the long-awaited Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis arrives in cinemas. The film is the legendary director's first film in 13 years and revolves around a visionary architect played by Adam Driver as he clashes with a corrupt mayor played by Giancarlo Esposito from Breaking Bad, Boys, Mandalorian, in determining how to rebuild the metropolis of New Rome after a devastating disaster. The cast also contains Nathalie Emmanuel, Aubrey Plaza, Shia LaBeouf, Jon Voight and Lawrence Fishburne. The film has been in development since 1977, so nearly 50 years it's been in development, and is entirely funded by Coppola, as it's a passion project for him and he doesn't trust the studio system. He never has. And the film has already been subject to numerous controversies prior to its release, such as sexual harassment scandals, staff disputes, the art department was fired on this film. Fabricated reviews from the trailer. I talked about this previously a few weeks ago, that a new trailer for Megalopolis featured what I thought were quite smart reviews, but turned out those were fake, and in general just struggles to get the film released because distributors didn't want to take a chance on the film. But the film premiered at Cannes in late May to a very literal 50-50 split on critic opinions, who either liked it or they didn't. I heard a review this morning, so Friday morning, that they really didn't like it. They thought it was a really terrible movie. So Megalopolis releases in cinemas this weekend. This weekend, the comic book adaptation Hellboy the Crooked Man is released in UK cinemas as a sort of a limited release. The film is the fourth adaptation of the Hellboy comics and is the second standalone reboot to the Hellboy film series. This film stars Jack Kesy as the titular character in this horror-oriented take on the character. The film is set in the 1950s and revolves around Hellboy and a rookie BPRD agent getting stranded in rural Appalachia. It's like a mountain area in America. But they find themselves involved with a devil from Hellboy's past known as the Crooked Man. It's based on a popular comic book run of Hellboy comics. As far as I know, I've not actually read any Hellboy comics. I've seen 3 Hellboy movies, but not read any comics. The film is receiving a limited theatrical release. It's not being released theatrically in America. It's more of an independent production. So the critic reviews are few, but the ones out there are mixed, who praise the film's smaller gothic horror-oriented nature. I've seen in a review it was compared to the 1980s Evil Dead film. But they criticise it when it attempts to veer towards blockbuster territory. So Hellboy the Crooked Man released in cinemas this weekend. It's coming out on Blu-ray in December. I will watch it then. That's all I have for this week, but be sure to check back next week. Very excited to be previewing Joker Folie à Deux. Now back to Gary in the studio.